I feel like I've cracked the code. I love her. I'm so excited.
I need to get behind me because I'm going so fast.
That's going to dictate whether you're gaining weight or losing weight. It's literally like an in-body scan at home. The more stress-free the approach, the better for fat loss. A letter from the IRS. So these are the 3 main things that I did to drop that weight and keep it off. I'm not gonna lie, I've been so heavily influenced by figure skating TikTok. It gave me the wings of confidence because now all of a sudden I feel like I'm an ice princess for some reason, even though I've had one day on ice about 15 years ago. Letty's actually coming with me and we're gonna go ice skating. Honestly, God bless you for coming with me. Honest to God, he didn't even push back at all. But I just feel like it'd be a fun winter-esque activity just because, again, I don't like love the winter time, and like having a different hobby, something fun that I could look forward to this time of year could be fun. And I just really want to just the videos, I love that they look like they're literally flying. So I know it's gonna take me some time to get there. My goal isn't necessarily to be doing all these like crazy tricks. I just want to be able to skate well. You know what I'm saying? And we have a pretty, I mean, I've never been here before, but we have an ice rink here that's like super close to where we live, so it's super convenient. I've never been in here, so I'm curious to see what it looks like. But we're just gonna give it a go, you know? I'm also slightly delusional because for some reason I feel like it would have to be semi-similar to skiing in a way, but
stopping, I guess.
Yeah, either way it's gonna be like I would have to commit to this. I'm aware. So we're just doing like a trial run to like catch a vibe.
1 hour of 10,000 here.
Yeah, no, pretty much. Yeah. Did you make yours nice and tight? You know, he really pisses me off because he's good at everything. He was already skating backwards. Yeah, Letty. Okay, wait. This is way harder than anticipated. But you gotta appreciate my confidence. It's pretty different from skiing. Letty's able to skate backwards and film me right now. He's literally a snowboarder and he's skating backwards and doing all these circles. Pissing me off. He's good at everything. I did learn this in a TikTok video. When you feel unsturdy, put your hands on your knees. But I mean, I'm doing baby steps.
Great.
It's really fun though. I think this would be fun to go to the outside rink. That was good. I forget he has my earmuffs on. So have you ever skated before on ice?
Yeah.
How many times though?
Like 5 or 10 times, but I used to rollerblade like a lot when I was a kid.
And it translates that well?
Yeah. Like especially like the actual skating part and going backwards all feels the same, but stopping is not even close.
This is my turn. Look at me, lady.
Am I a princess yet? Oh, that's so funny.
We're just finding our edges today.
Excuse me? Can I get a quick clip of you?
Sure.
That's so good. That was beautiful. Thank you.
You're spinning, not me, but it looks like I'm spinning.
You're going so fast.
I'm getting the hang of it if you ask me. Progress video. I need to get behind me because I'm going so fast.
That was so good.
You're going fast, man.
Thanks, Lane. That was a lot better, wasn't it?
Yeah. Good
That was so much fun. You guys, that was such a success. That was so much fun. It was also such a fun day idea. So if you need something to do with your partner or even just with your friends, I feel like it's so underrated. I don't know. I feel like people don't think about it much anymore. But it was honestly so much fun. Laddie, of course, blew me away with his skills. Always surprisingly good at everything. I feel like I improved quite a bit from the beginning, just like getting more comfortable being on the ice and skating. Laddie says we only have 10 more times until we'll actually like look cute out there. I'm like, that's not that far away. Like, we can do that. We can make that happen. It would be amazing. This is such a stretch, but like since Tuesday, Thursdays are my rest days right now, Tuesday, Thursdays I come skate. Like, that'd be adorable. When I first pitched to Laddie if we could go ice skating, he like had no pushback. He was like, okay, yeah, let's go do it. And I was like, you know what, now I was wondering why there was zero hesitation or pushback. I was pretty skeptical and I should have known. You guys, so I finally got a new camera. I have been filming on a Canon M50. I honestly haven't had this one for very long. I don't even know. A year, maybe 2 years maximum. This was my first like DSLR camera with interchangeable lenses, and I got like a whole creator pack of like the camera with the kit lens, a tripod, a remote, and a mic for like 800 bucks. And I definitely think it was a great starter camera for me, like a starter DSLR, because before this I was just using like a point and shoot Canon G7X Mark II camera. This was the first camera that I was actually able to like play around with lenses. Like I really wanted a wide lens, wide angle camera lens to get that more like vlog style feel and everything. But this is not a full frame camera. I'm not a camera guru, but that just basically means the quality isn't as great, and it has a cropped sensor, which just impacts the quality of things, how wide the camera can go and everything. And I just felt like I wasn't super happy with the camera quality. Again, I think this was a great starter camera for me. I'm definitely happy I went from this one from the Canon G7X. I think it was a great stepping stone, but I just am ready to like up my quality of my videos and just be able to have that like crisp look. And I just feel like I'm finally ready to be filming in 4K. So this is my new baby. I ended up going with the Canon R8. It's still like really compact and lightweight, but this is a full frame camera. I can shoot in 4K, and just all the features and everything that this camera is capable of is honestly really fantastic, especially for the price. I am so excited. I'm obsessed with it. I love it so much. This is a 15 to 30 millimeter lens, so it's definitely going to be really wide angle. So I just want to share like the difference. This is the quality right now with my M50, and then now I'm going to switch over to the R8. And then this is the R8, so it's even wider of a lens, and I just feel like it's crisp. Like, we are crispy, we're in high def. So I'm hoping this is going to help just like the viewer experience. Hopefully you guys are going to enjoy my videos a little bit more. You can see things more crystal clear, because especially I feel like in low light, this girl was not performing where she needed to be. I love her. I'm so excited, and it's making me like even more excited to film vlogs. Like now I just want to be filming like every day, and like I literally have been taking this camera around every single day since I got it. So also I full sent a new phone, which I did start a vlog about that, like whatever video that was. I've honestly just been filming, and I don't know when anything is going to be going up yet, but I got a new phone, which I was going to get like the 14 Pro refurbished, then the 15 Pro refurbished or whatever. We like couldn't find it. It was more difficult for me to get trade-in value, whatever. I ended up going with the 16, and it was actually so funny because my boyfriend and I like put so much thought into which phone I should get. We were thinking about everything. Like I said, the 14 Pro, the 15 Pro. I ended up just full sending the 16, and then I still got a message on my Instagram, a DM of someone being like, just out of curiosity, like you're a content creator, why didn't you get the 16 Pro? And I was like, son of a, no hate to the person, it just was like funny because it was like we spent so much time going back and forth what phone to get, and then like the one model that we didn't think about getting is when someone was like, you should have got that one, you're a content creator. Anyway, I ended up going with the 16. I'm really happy that I did. I got it in like this like bluish periwinkle purpley color, and I really like it so far. The camera is so much better. I desperately needed it because my camera was broken on my other phone. So we're locked and loaded now. We have a new phone and a new camera, and this is like really lighting me up to just like create way more content. So your girl is good to go for 2024. It's finally time for me to share with you guys the 3 things that I did to go from this to this, I dropped about like 10 to 15-ish pounds, and I've been able to keep it off for years now. I was someone, when I first started my fitness journey, I was always on the thinner side, so my main goal in the beginning was always to gain weight, gain muscle, gain curves, and so I really did not do a lot of research in how to lose weight and lean out. So when it came time to me actually wanting to do that, I was completely lost, and I truly had no idea which way to go, and I basically was only listening to these super harsh, like societal driven strategies of how to lose weight, and it just completely was not conducive to my goals. My body did not react well, and I honestly was doing the opposite of what I needed to do, and it just led me further away to my goals and feeling like a complete foreigner in my body and feeling really defeated. And I really have simplified the process, and I feel like I've cracked the code. So these are the 3 main things that I did to drop that weight and keep it off. The first thing that I did is I ate less, which I know this sounds super obvious, but I want to further explain because I think there's a big misconception when it comes to dieting when you're trying to lose body fat. And I'm hoping the people who are regulars on my channel or normal subscribers already know this and have learned this from me, I'm hoping. But it is a huge common misconception to think that there are certain foods specifically that make you either gain weight or lose weight, and that's not the main driving factor here. It's not necessarily what you're eating, it's how much you're eating that's going to dictate whether you're gaining weight or losing weight. And even more specifically, it's coming down to if you're in a caloric deficit or a caloric surplus. So not only is it coming down to how much you're consuming in your day, but it also is coming down to how much you're burning throughout the day. And that was something that I had wrong in the very beginning when I was first trying to figure out how to go through a weight loss phase, is I was someone who thought that there were certain foods that would make you gain weight and certain foods that would make you lose weight. For example, I was like, cake makes you gain weight and broccoli is gonna make you lose weight. But like I'm saying, that's not the main driving force, because you can still have 5,000 calories of broccoli that would, oh my god, that'd be so hard to do, but you would still be in a caloric surplus, and you could only have 100 calories of cake and still be in a caloric deficit. So it's more so about how much you're eating of these things, and also in proportion to what your own unique caloric expenditure is for the day. So for me, rather than thinking I needed to change up my whole entire diet, completely change my go-to meals and what I was eating, which isn't necessarily sustainable, right? Which is super important. In order to see progress in any protocol, we need to find something that we can be sustainable with week after week. And what's most sustainable is a smaller change rather than a mega change, right? Rather than feeling like I needed to change my whole diet, I stuck with the things that I normally ate. I just focus on eating less of it, which is basically just going back to the concept of portion control. I just would decrease my portion sizes and have less of what I was already eating. A great trick to do this without needing to like track your calories is just using smaller plates, because you inevitably can't fit as much food. There is different strategy in there if you want to get crazier, of making it feel like you're eating more food than you are, which goes back to caloric density and having substitutes and all these things. But just to keep it super basic, I want to keep this video super easy. 3 main pillars of what I did to drop body fat, and that was definitely the first one. I just simply ate less by decreasing my portion sizes, not necessarily changing up what I was eating. Other thing I'd like to remind everyone about, especially for my newbies when it comes to their fitness journey, is that even if the scale isn't moving, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're not seeing any progress or that you're not losing body fat, because what matters even more so than your weight is your body composition, which means the percent of muscle mass that you have in your body fat percentage. So you could be gaining muscle from your workouts and everything and still dropping body fat, but that would make the scale not move. So it's really helpful to have more in-depth information to see what's actually going on, to actually assess your progress. So something like a body analyzer makes the world of a difference, and this video is sponsored by Hume Health. This thing is so cool, and I honestly really wish I had this in the heat of my weight loss journey, because I know it would have helped me a ton with giving me actual like insight and knowing what direction I'm moving in. I'm personally someone who, especially when I have a strict goal, I like to see the data because I honestly find it really motivating. So this is a super great resource, and I'm honestly blown away with how in-depth this thing is, even though it's just like in the comfort of your own home. So this literally is within 98% accuracy of a DEXA scan, which is insane. It's literally like an in-body scan at home. Basically how it works, it has 8 different frequency sensors, so like through the feet but also through the handles. It basically uses patented BIA frequency to then like deliver your weight, even your heart rate, and then all of your like in-depth body composition stats. And a lot of like smart scales, they basically measure the bottom half of your body and then just use an equation to accommodate for like your upper half. But with this, it actually accurately measures both your lower part, but then also your torso and your arms and everything from holding on to the handles. I also loved how it was able to break down like the difference in my muscle mass and fat percentage between like limbs and stuff, so you could really accurately see like muscle imbalances. Like that stuff I think is so cool to see. It also gives you like a targeted caloric intake for the day and what your BMR is. It can also sync to your fitness trackers to be able to log like your sleep, your activity. It will give you weekly and monthly reports, and you can also even input like what your targeted goal is, and it will use AI to help like give you a plan and everything. It also comes with a free app, so you can obviously track all of your weight. It's also rechargeable, which I think is super convenient. Plus there's a 60-day free trial, and then also this can connect up to 20 different devices. If you have a family, you can get this and everyone can use the scale and have it be connected to their own individual app. I just think it's super cool, especially for someone who's into health and fitness. Like numbers like this fascinate me personally. So they also are having a sale right now where you can save up to like about 35% off, but then if you also use my code LIVEFIT, you can save another like an additional like $45, and it's also free shipping. So you can get this for like just under $200 with their sale, and then stacking my code with that. So I'll have my code down below and also like the link to the product as well. And I'm personally on a journey to like gain muscle and gain some weight this winter, so I'm hyped to have this like as a resource to track my progress. And thank you Hume Health for sponsoring today's video. Okay, scene change. Next thing that I did. What is going on? I walked more, okay? I walked more. I've spoken about this since I'm blue in the face, since I started posting fitness tips, because this was again one of the biggest things that I was like, oh my gosh, this actually has so much value. I always was overlooking walking. I thought that it didn't count as exercise. I literally thought it did absolutely nothing, and I thought it had no place being used as a tool with driving towards your fitness goals, and I could not have been more wrong. A huge thing that I did was I focused on a step goal. Also, when I first was trying to figure out how to lose body fat, again, something that you're always hearing is that you need to do this crazy amount of cardio. Like, you need to lose weight, cardio, 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 cardio. And I just thought that always meant like running, sprints, HIIT cardio, like all this crazy, crazy stuff. When really the goal is just to increase our caloric expenditure. When in actuality, there's so many different ways to do that. And walking is actually a great strategic way to do so for so many different reasons. One, it's super low stress on the body, which is great. We don't want to be ramping up our cortisol levels if we're having chronic states of stress on our body through super rigorous, intense exercise for weeks and weeks, day after day after day. So it's way low stress on the body. It's going to keep our cortisol levels down, which is what we're wanting when we're trying to lose body fat. That's also going to help with minimizing inflammation, water retention, all that stuff. Second thing is that it doesn't have a high recovery time. So since it's not a high intense form of movement, your body doesn't need a long time to recover from it, which is then going to allow you to still be able to focus on your strength training and therefore still be able to retain your muscle mass and lean mass. Third thing is also, since it's not super high intensity, it will not ramp up your hunger. There's plenty of studies that show that there's a direct correlation with increased training intensity and increased hunger, which makes it so much harder to actually stay within your caloric window, which is what we're wanting if we're trying to lose some body fat and drop weight and be in a deficit. So it's just a way more practical option to slide into your routine. I'm telling you, when I shifted my focus away from trying to have like 5 cardio sessions a week and just focus on a daily step goal, everything changed for me, and the fat was literally genuinely just melting off. I was so much less inflamed, all the things. My digestion was so much better. So when I was in the heat of a fat loss phase, I was walking about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes a day. It came out to be about 10 to 12,000 steps a day for me. I can't stress it enough. Step goal, step goal, step goal. Whenever I'm trying to lean out now, 2 main things I turn to. I just focus on eating less and walking more. Like literally. Scene change again. Maybe I'll sit on the couch. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Do you guys like our birch wood in our living room? It's fake. I don't really understand why we have it, to be quite honest with you. But anyway, also our Christmas tree is up. Isn't it cute? We still have to decorate it. Last main pillar that I changed that I feel like really made a shift for me is kind of what I was talking about. It builds off on the walking point, is that I really subbed out a majority of my HIIT training for low intensity and low impact movement. There was a period when I was trying to cut where I would literally do HIIT workouts 4 times a week. 4 times a week, and it was like pure HIIT, where it was like 30 seconds on of some sort of sprint of an exercise, like super high intensity exercises, and I would do that for like 30 seconds on, 20 seconds off, 4 rounds, whatever. And I would do that like 4 times a week, which is just way too intense, especially for female athletes, because then it's impacting our hormones negatively and so many other things. It just like led a lot of things awry for me with my internal health. So switching to more low impact movement, such as walking, like I said, Pilates, yoga, just like chilling out helps a ton. And I think, again, huge misconception in the fitness world is that people think
think that the harder you train, the better for fat loss. And like, I'm not trying to say don't bring intensity into your workouts, like it's still super important, but I'm saying the more low stress the approach is for fat loss specifically, the better, because we don't, when our body is super stressed out and is in this fight or flight mode, it's not in the prosperous like space for it to actually feel safe to shed the weight and shed the body fat. And like I said, super high intense cardio directly correlates to increased hunger levels. Like I remember I was always starving, which made it so much harder for me to practice that portion control and keep my calories down, my caloric intake down. It would just be like conflicting with my goal of trying to lose body fat. I promise you, the more stress-free the approach, the better for fat loss. Just trust me. I learned the hard way, okay? So in summary, the 3 main things that I did, number 1 is I ate less through portion control and decreasing my portion sizes. Second thing is that I walked more in order to increase my caloric expenditure while simultaneously relaxing the body and keeping our hunger at bay, which is what we're wanting. And again, those 2 things are important because we're trying to create a caloric deficit in order to drop the body fat, meaning we want to consume less calories, increase our caloric expenditure to create that calorie deficit to therefore cause our body to shed the weight. And then the third thing I did was I subbed a lot of my HIIT training out for more low impact forms of movement so I can still keep my caloric expenditure up, but while simultaneously keeping my hormones and cortisol happy and also not ramping up my hunger, making it easier to stay within my caloric window.
Laddie just showed up and surprised me with a donut, even though it's not a Sugar Saturday or Sugar Wednesday. And these flowers. Look how cute. They're so gorgeous. And I'm hyped about this. Guys, I'm sorry. We might need to make it a Sugar Monday and take away Sugar Wednesday.
Just this week. Also, do you know we're on week 4 of the challenge? Like, so I'm done this Saturday. It's sugar every day.
Game over.
No, just kidding. That would defeat the purpose of the challenge. It really was more so just to have like a cleanse, a palate cleanser, like a reset. We just needed a break.
Yeah, it felt a little aggressive.
It was super aggressive. Okay, just got a letter from the IRS. I'm like, hi guys, how you been? Haven't heard from you in a while. Hope you guys are well. Like, last people I want to hear from. Which I literally just recently, like, don't worry guys, I pay my taxes. And I went and signed into my IRS account and it said I owed nothing. And so I'm like, oh. Well, it's basically just saying that I use the online services. Okay. Phew. Actually, funny story. So when I was at Brian's work Christmas party, I saw, it was actually his manager's girlfriend. She had the cutest dress on and I was like, oh my gosh, your dress is so cute, I love it. And she's like, thank you, blah, blah, blah. Then, a few days later, I'm literally casually scrolling on TikTok. I didn't even try to find it. I wasn't even looking for it. It wasn't even on my radar. And the girl's dress showed up on my TikTok. And that's how you know TikTok Shop is taking over the world. And I literally was like, I wasn't even seeking it. I'm not gonna lie, it kind of made me feel less guilty for my TikTok Shop addiction.
Here?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yeah. So.
I thought you said you just ordered it.
No, like I did order it. It looks so good on her. And it's just perfect for Christmas. Like the material is actually good. Like it feels velvety. Look, so it has these little like velvet flap. Come on, this is so cute. It just has a V in the front, then like a normal closed back, and it has just like this perfect little A-line out. Of course I'm gonna put it on. Let's see the stretch factor. It has some stretch up top. So maybe the small will fit. I also got my sister something for Christmas. I know she's not gonna watch this, so I don't need to worry about it. She collects like dream catchers. She has like a hippie style, and I know that she's gonna love this in her apartment. Just to give you the gist, it's like little moons with like crystals on the inside, and then crystals throughout. She's gonna love this. Oh my gosh, this would be perfect. But it's like the seam is like cutting off my chest. Like this needs to be lower. But like, it's so cute. I love the material of it too. Come on.
That's sick.
Let me see if I did get a small and a medium. The like good and bad news is that it does the same thing even on the medium. I just don't like, this one like has more length on it. I don't know, is it that noticeable? Slash, is it just supposed to be that way? I love this dress though. I'm gonna go to the gym and hit legs, and this is like all new from ALPHALETE. I actually, when I first put this on, I didn't really love it, but now that I have it on with the full fit, I'm like, it's cute and it's feeling more secure. This is from their new like Amplify collection, and this is the Haley long sleeve crop top shirt. I forget the name of it. I'm gonna do a whole video going in depth over like everything in the December launch for ALPHALETE. And so then for underneath, we have some more Amplify. So this
this is actually really cool. This is called the Gemini bra, and it comes with 4 different straps that you can, they're adjustable, but then you can also take them off and like pin them here. So like there's like little pockets to clip them. So you can do like a big crisscross action. I just have it normally today. These are the new Amplified shorts. This is in the color Rain. And then I also do like that they have this little like blue, this little double line detail. I like it. This waistband is apparently shorter, like the rise is definitely lower compared to their other Amplify, but I'm realizing how short of a torso I knew I had a short torso, but like seeing it on other people, this was like coming below their belly button, and for me it's still fully covering mine. So clearly I have a short torso, but just keep that in mind. If you're a really long torso girl, you might not like this drop of Amplify because they did lower the waist, but if you're someone like me, like I love it. It sits like perfectly right on my waist, which I think is way more flattering. And then these sweatpants are also from them. I forget what they're called, but these are old, and I think they're sold out now from after Black Friday. But code live it to save. That never gets old. They were doing a whole 12 days of Christmas campaign, and they sent like a mini kind of advent calendar situation, and it was so cute. Like they had different gifts. Maybe I'll show it to you guys because I was doing it on Instagram, but they had like little gifts every other day for us, and then like different promotions for you guys. Like I was doing giveaways and stuff on my Instagram with them, and then also like there would be different products dropping, but this was included. They literally sent a stocking, and if you don't know, the owner of ALPHALETE also owns this 3D energy drink company, and I've always wanted to try one. I was so happy that they sent this. So this is in the flavor Citrus Mist. I don't know why, I always love doing taste tests. I always am like, something new, I'm like, let's do a taste test and film it on some sort of platform. Whoa, that tastes like a Sprite. Easy, 100%. Not my favorite flavor ever. Like I don't really love lemon lime stuff, but this is actually wicked good. It tastes just like Sprite. This has 200 milligrams of caffeine per 16-ounce can. That is so good.
The best part of my day is being able to find Letty at the gym and give him a kiss before work, because sometimes our window is tight. Oh, there he is.
Oh shit.
I brought the Kim.
Oh shit. I like your
Working
fit.
out.